Hi guys, it's Amanda. For today's video I thought I would do something a little bit different and show you guys my bullet journal. And it's pretty much a more flexible way to create your own planner, which is something I really love because I've spent a lot of money on planners that don't work for me, but this one can do exactly whatever it is I need it to do because I'm the one making it. If you're looking to start your own bullet journal, I'm also going to be showing you guys my tools and the things that I use to create my bullet journal at the end of the video, so stick around for that. There is also going to be a blog post linked down below where I go into a little bit more detail on just what kinds of tools I use. So without further ado, let's crack this baby open and see what's inside. So the notebook that I'm using is the Leuchtturm 1917. It's the notebook that's usually the most popular for bullet journaling, although I have seen some competitors out there. There's actually one, I forget the name, but I really want to try it just because it seems to have a little bit thicker of paper, but this is the one that I bought off of Amazon. Again, it'll be linked down below. So opening up the Leuchtturm, the first thing you see is an index, which is something a lot of bullet journalers use. It's like a table of contents. You put your pages here, your page number here, and then whatever is here, whether it's your month at a glance, week at a glance, whatever. I don't use this because I don't pay attention to the page numbers, although they are on the lower corner of all the pages, but I don't use this, so if you purchase this journal and it's here, feel free to use it, but otherwise, it's kind of a waste of a few pages of paper, but it's okay. And then right after the index, I have a small quote that I wrote. Very simply, I'm not a master letterer or anything, although I am working on getting better at that. But this just says, be relentless in the pursuit of what sets your soul on fire. And if you know me, you know that that is exactly what I'm trying to do. So this really suits me well. Page after that is a reading and movie/TV to watch list. My goal for the new year was to read 12 books in the year. That's roughly one per month because I know that sometimes my life's going to get really busy and I'm not going to have time to read, so I averaged it out to about one per month, but as you can see I've already read two. I actually just finished the third one, so I have to add that here too. So I'm coloring in the squares and then I'm writing below that whether what I read was fiction or nonfiction, and I'm rating it out of 5 stars. I'm a very picky reader, so it's hard to find a book to impress me, but when I do find a book that impresses me, I want to remember it so I can recommend it to others. I didn't set a TV/movie watching goal for myself, mostly because it doesn't seem as healthy, and also because I rarely dedicate myself to one specific TV show for a long time, the exception being The 100 and Scandal, which I'm almost done with, at least all the seasons that are on Netflix, and oh man, is that a show. If you guys have seen it, comment below and tell me because I'm curious. It's a really good show. Also, I stole the design and ideas for these two spreads and the spread after this from Caitlin's Corner, who is a very, very popular, really great college-aged YouTuber out there who does a lot of really good bullet journal videos, so if you are interested in bullet journaling, want to get started, check her videos out. I'll link them below. She did a really, really good spread for her beginning of 2018 and it was really cool, and this is where I got the idea for these two, as well as this spread, which is my Myers-Briggs personality type spread. I'm the Defender, or the ISFJ personality type. This is also taken from Caitlin's Corner. This is super cool. If you want to do this or you just want to know what your MBTI type is, I will link the quiz I took down below because it's free and it's relatively easy. This is my year at a glance page. I think some people call this and the spread after this the future log, but I don't use it that way, so I don't really know. I messed up. You can see this thing says fill in the numbers but lose the grid, and July is wrong because I messed up July, and this is done in pen, and I originally only wanted to do it in pencil to get the spacing right, but then I went over and did it because I was being absent-minded, so I have to cut out some pages and fix that, but I don't ever use this page, so it's not okay. It's not really a big deal, although I did flag this to like look at when I make my monthly spreads. Spread after this is my future log 2.0, which is basically a space for me to write all the upcoming events that are happening per month. I schedule things way far in advance, like dentist appointments, doctor's appointments, etc. And since you build a bullet journal out on a weekly or monthly basis, you can't flip ahead to the next month and jot things down. So I leave this here to reference every time I'm creating a new month. On the next page I have my letter to myself. I write one of these at the end of every year to be read at the end of every next year. So I wrote this on December 31st, 2017 to be read December 31st, 2018. Moving on to January. It's not very fancy because I'm artistically challenged, but this is what we got, folks. The first spread I have is my monthly spread for January. I freehand drew these squares just because I thought drawing freehand would make it look kind of cute and quirky. I have a habit tracker on this side of the page. I kind of slacked off filling it in around January 22nd, but this is just a nice visual representation of whether or not I'm doing all the things that I want or need to be doing on a daily basis. Then after that spread comes my first weekly spread. I keep these very simple because, like I said, I usually use them as glorified to-do lists. I know that that the bullet journal like guy that started the thing, he has like a whole system of symbols and keys that you would use to denote things in your weekly spreads. I don't do any of that. My brain really can't handle that, and I really don't care. So I just use this as a glorified to-do list to jot down whatever I need to be doing and when I need to be doing it. After that page comes a journal page. I started this bullet journal while I was on my way to California, so I have a journal entry about California. I have some ticket stubs, another weekly spread, same thing, very simple. Obviously I didn't use it all the time. More journal entries, more stubs, practiced some writing and lettering. Then next to that I have a contact list for all of my courses, well, my courses and my internship. I have different things for each class, kind of whatever is relevant in this terms of do I need office hours, emails, project proposal due dates, whatever the case may be. I have it aligned here, and I used my erasable highlighters to do these two different colors. Next to that I have a workout tracker. I did this, but I haven't been really using it, so I might try to turn this page into something else, or I don't really know what I'm going to do with that, but this is supposed to be a workout tracker, but I either need to simplify it or change it into something else because I'm not using this the way that I wanted to, but you know, it's part of the bullet journaling thing. Another weekly spread. I really got good use out of it these few days, you can obviously tell. More journal entries. Even more journal entries, another weekly spread, and then we move on to February. I did this really cool geometric heart design that I saw on Pinterest. I freehand drew this and then went in pencil and then went back over it with pen, and it turned out really nice. I'm a big fan of it. I accented it in pink, even though I'm usually not like a pinky kind of person, but it's, you know, it's Valentine's, so I figured what the heck, I would try to accentuate it a little bit since pink is the color of Valentine's Day. This is my current monthly spread. I'm trying something a little bit different. I didn't freehand draw the boxes, and I added a little three-dimensional accent in the corners, trying to be a little bit more artistic. I literally was feeling the different parts of my brain working as I was designing this, so it's a really interesting challenge, but I just did like a little, you know, three-dimensional accentuation, and then up here I wrote whatever my weekly schedule looks like in terms of long-standing things. So I highlighted in the space for classes, Copy Monday, The Inquirer, and then my Sunday school teaching, just so I can kind of look and see what my general free time / availability is. I have my key down there. I added the color light blue for due dates and turned red into appointments, and that way I have two separate things to look at and budget my time. I wanted to do something down here, but I can't remember what, so until I remember what I wanted to do, it's just gonna stay blank. This is my first weekly spread. I tried to do the vertical instead of the horizontal layout, and I'm not a fan because look at how much I've crossed over in this vertical. I write really long and forget to cut myself off, so I think I'm gonna go back to the vertical layout of some way next time, or I'm gonna put definitive boundaries around it. But I started doing trackers every week. I didn't fill this one in, but in my defense, it's been a crazy, insane week. But I'm starting to do weekly trackers instead of monthly trackers, and then I also have a space for upcoming events so that I can write all of my events as they happen instead of putting them in here along with my to-dos like I did last time. And then I tried to do a calendar to like highlight the portion of the week this was, but it got really disproportionate and messy, so I'm not gonna do that again next week. Last page I have so far is this is going to be an InDesign shortcuts and then or a Premiere Pro shortcuts list, but this is a Photoshop shortcuts list that I designed on a whim when I was in my Design for Journalists class, and this is just a simple way for me to keep track of all the key shortcuts in the Adobe Photoshop program, as well as different symbols and what they mean within the program. I'm currently learning how to use the Adobe Suite, and it's something I'm going to be using a lot throughout my career as well as for fun. So my goal and aim is to learn how to do all these things seamlessly, but until then I want to make sure that I have all the shortcuts written down somewhere that I'd remember. They're also in my notes for school, but those are on my iPad and I don't often carry that with me, so if I really want at a glance help, I want to be able to just whip my planner out and look at it. Now I'm going to put this aside and I'm going to show you guys some of the materials that I use to create my bullet journal. I keep the bulk of my supplies in this pen case from Amazon that cost way too much money, and this is also my pen case for school. But these are the majority of the tools that I use, and I also bought some new supplies today that I'll haul for you guys. On this side I have two Papermate Sharpwriter pencils. These are just mechanical pencils. They're so cheap. You can get a pack of 10 for I think like like 89 cents at Walmart. I use these to pre-outline all of my spreads before I color them over with pen. They have really precise lines, so they're great to follow over. And then these erasers for cheap pencils, these work really, really well. So these are definitely the kind of erasers I would recommend using. And I have my Paper Mate Inkjoy pens that I swear by in all the colors that I use to color code my planner. And then I have a black gel pen that my boss gave me for no apparent reason. She just gives me pens randomly, which is great, but I just keep that over here. And then on this side I have my 4 erasable highlighters that I got from Amazon. These are the coolest things ever. They come in a pack of 5, but I don't use the yellow color, so I just have the 4 that I do use. But if you ever want erasable highlighters, these are fabulous, and they actually do erase. I have 3 micron pens in 01, 03, and 05 point sizes, so pretty thin to pretty large. My sister, who is an interior design major, she recommended these. She uses them for drafting, which is basically like drawing up building plans. So she recommended these to me, and I got them, and I'm really happy with them. They do bleed through the pages of the Leuchtturm a little bit, but I've seen in other YouTube videos out there that they don't bleed through the pages of other sturdier journals, so if you use something that's a little bit sturdier, you probably won't have to worry about the bleed through. I'm just gonna suck it up until next year. Also with me, and especially my school bag, I carry all of these. I use the Staedtler fine liners. I got these in a pack from Amazon, and they just look like this. They come in multiple colors. I've got a pink, a blue, a red, a green, a light blue, another green, and then I have more pens and another highlighter, and a pen that I accidentally stole from work. I need to give this back. In celebration of something that I can't tell you guys about yet, but in celebration of something, I went to Michael's today with a coupon that I had and a little bit of extra money, and I spent some money on bullet journaling stuff for myself, so you guys are going to see this in upcoming spreads. But I wanted to show you guys what I got as kind of like the haul portion of the video. So I got this little pencil case from Michael's for 50 cents to put everything in. So I'm going to kind of go through all of this, so I'm going to kind of set this aside and just pull things out at random, because why not? The first thing I got is this little pad of stickers that says planning is my hobby, and when you open it up it has just sheets of different styles of stickers. You know, you've got, it's hard for me to open it because it's like really tight binding, but there's things like, you know, flags for important things or reminders. There's different flags for, like, you know, taking the trash out, vacuuming, whatever. I know there's like some workout things in here. There's to-do lists. I really think I'm going to benefit from this to add a little bit of color and spice, and I like the idea of using stickers. I've seen a lot of really cool spreads with stickers, so I figured why not? It's on sale, half off, might as well give it a try. I don't plan on spending money on niche things like this when they run out. It was just a nice way to treat myself. I also got some washi tape stickers, which I've heard a lot about. These come pretty highly recommended, although they were a little bit expensive, so I'm definitely not going to repurchase these unless I have oodles of money in the bank, but these are just really pretty ways I plan on decorating my spreads. And then you can see they have like the samples of everything that they have in the pack. I think my favorite is the one over here in all caps. I have everything under control, and because it's in all caps, it gives the like impression that you actually don't have everything under control. Which is basically my life, so that's gonna be great. Probably what I'm most excited about, I spent $17 on these, so they must be good. I had a coupon, but still. These are the highly, highly recommended Tombow dual tip pens. I got them in, I don't remember the name of the pack, but I'll link it down below. I'll know it when I see it, but I got them in this style primarily because black came with them, but they come with 9 different colors and then this clear one, and I have no idea what this is for, so please someone comment and help me. But yeah, these are the Tombow dual brush pens that everybody talks about. Every bullet journaler, I feel like they have these, but I'm excited because I'm going to teach myself calligraphy with these, and then I can add some fancy writing and more intricate decorations to my journal. I design my own birthday cards, I decorate my own thank you notes, so these will be really nice to have for more things than just bullet journaling. The last thing I got, I already took them out of the packaging, but I also got stamps. I got letter stamps, as well as this pack came with like smiley faces and things. I love the idea of using stamps to accent my bullet journal, and oh, I also got a stamp pad too, but I love the idea of using stamps to accent my bullet journal. I think it'll be really cool, kind of quirky, especially since I am a writer, so it'll be, and this is like typewriter style font, so it'll be really cool to have like that unique style. So that is everything in my super long bullet journal video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave me a comment telling me what you liked, what you didn't like. Let me know if you want to see videos every month of all my monthly spreads and setups, or even if you guys want to see tours of weekly spreads. I make no promises now, but I'll do my best to create those for you. I have another video coming up all about how I take notes on my iPad, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully it'll be a fun time and it'll help some of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have bullet journal spreads you want to share with me, you should tag me in them on Instagram. I'm at amanda.lean, and all that stuff will be linked down below, so go ahead, check all that out. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Bye!